Ray Chapman, a name etched in baseball history, was more than just a player. Born in 1891, Chapman's journey began in the minor leagues, where his talent couldn't be ignored. He quickly rose through the ranks, catching the eye of the Cleveland Naps, later known as the Indians. Chapman's arrival in the major leagues in 1912 marked the beginning of a brilliant, albeit short-lived, career. His speed on the base paths was electrifying, his glove work at shortstop was poetry in motion, and his ability to lay down a bunt was unparalleled. He became a fan favorite, admired for his work ethic and infectious enthusiasm. Chapman's camaraderie with his teammates was evident both on and off the field. He formed a particularly close bond with Tris Speaker, the star outfielder of the Indians. Together they formed a formidable duo, leading the Indians to victory time and again. Little did anyone know that fate had a cruel twist in store, one that would forever change the game he loved. August 16, 1920, dawned like any other day. The sun shone brightly on the Polo Grounds in New York City, casting long shadows across the field. The air crackled with anticipation as the Cleveland Indians prepared to face their rivals, the New York Yankees. Ray Chapman, ever the competitor, was in high spirits. He took his position at shortstop, his every movement radiating energy and focus. In the top of the fifth inning, with the score tied at 0, Chapman stepped into the batter's box. Facing him on the mound was Carl Mays, a talented but notoriously intimidating pitcher known for his submarine delivery. As Mays began his windup, the world seemed to hold its breath. The ball, a faded brown blur against the bright sky, hurtled towards home plate. There was a sickening thud as the ball struck him squarely on the head, the sound echoing through the stunned silence of the stadium. Chapman crumpled to the ground, his body racked with pain. The silence in the stadium was deafening as Ray Chapman lay on the field. Players and fans alike watched in horror, their hearts pounding in their chests. Trainers rushed to Chapman's side, their faces grim as they assessed the damage. The impact of the ball had caused a severe skull fracture. Chapman, unconscious and clinging to life, was carefully lifted onto a stretcher and rushed to a nearby hospital. News of the incident spread like wildfire, casting a pall over the nation. Hope flickered dimly as surgeons worked tirelessly to save him, but the damage was too severe. 12 agonizing hours after the fateful pitch, Ray Chapman succumbed to his injuries. At 4:40 a.m. on August 17, 1920, baseball lost one of its brightest stars. The tragic death of Ray Chapman sent ripples of shock and grief throughout the nation. Baseball, a sport deeply ingrained in the fabric of American life, was forced to confront the inherent dangers it held. The incident sparked a wave of calls for reform, a demand for change to prevent such a tragedy from ever happening again. One of the most immediate changes came in the form of umpire protocol. Following the tragedy, a new rule mandated that umpires replace dirty or damaged baseballs with new ones, ensuring greater visibility for both pitchers and batters. The tragedy also fueled the movement to ban the spitball, a controversial pitch in which pitchers tampered with the ball to create erratic movement. While the implementation of batting helmets was still decades away, the conversation surrounding player safety had begun. In the wake of Ray Chapman's tragic passing, the baseball world grappled with a profound sense of loss. The Cleveland Indians, their hearts heavy with grief, vowed to honor their fallen teammate. They wore black armbands for the remainder of the season, a somber tribute to the player who had brought so much joy to the game. Chapman's legacy extended far beyond the baseball diamond. His hometown of Beaver Dam, Kentucky, dedicated a baseball field in his honor, a testament to the impact he had on his community. In Cleveland, a bronze plaque commemorating his life and career was placed at League Park, the Indians' home field at the time, later finding a permanent home in Progressive Field's Heritage Park. Despite the passage of time, speculation about Chapman's future continues to intrigue baseball historians. Some believe that 1920, the year of his untimely death, would have been his last season. Whether or not Chapman intended to retire that year remains a mystery. What is certain is that his legacy continues to resonate within the sport. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next video.